Hello, good afternoon. We're here with Jay Berna.
What's up?
Songwriter, recording artist.
Yep.
You have 2 hot singles out right now.
I do.
You have Jamaica with Fetty Wap, which is huge.
Right.
And you have Game Time with Trina.
Yes.
Yeah, that is beyond exciting.
Oh, yeah, it's a blessing.
And you have more projects you're working on.
I do.
You, I know in 2015 you had an album, Fear's a Lie, which I love the name. I think there's no more truth. You know, I mean, right. I was nervous interviewing you, but I was like, push it away. I was like, fear is a lie.
It is. It doesn't exist. Fear doesn't exist. It's an illusion. Danger is real, but fear isn't real.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, danger is real. Fear is an illusion. That's good. That's deep. I'm gonna keep that with me.
Yeah, it's a moral that I live by now. It's been helping.
Yeah. Do you ever get fearful in your career, or working with someone, or performing?
Not anymore. Performing is like therapy now. Fearful have I ever been fearful? Maybe prior to me adapting that more, but no, not really. I mean, my first time I did a show, my first show was opening up for T-Pain. As a kid.
And you're not okay.
Yeah,
how old
and
were
I
you?
was like, I don't know. I was like 12, 13.
What?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, and I was like nervous as heck. I forgot some of my words and everything. So. Yeah. That's a fearful moment.
That's a fearful moment. But you pushed through it. You did it. Now it's on your resume. I mean, that's really awesome.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, you were born in LA to Haitian parents.
Yes.
They were born in Haiti?
Yes.
Okay. And we're going to talk more about that in a second because your single is Jamaica. You're not Jamaican.
I'm not.
No.
That's like yeah, I mean, it's like they might owe me some tourist money soon.
Right.
But it's just a thing. Like the song wasn't originally for me. It was written for Daniel Scott, who's on the chorus now.
Okay.
So I had no plans on this being my song.
Right.
But then when he was just like, you should keep it, and then we got the Fetty verse on it, it was just like, I'm just gonna go with this. I have a business in Jamaica, but so that works.
Okay, but are we gonna have Haiti come out next? I mean, are we gonna level the playing field here?
It gotta be creatively done the right way, honestly.
Okay, yeah.
But Haiti knows I love them, man. I'm very supportive of my Haitian culture. I represent it very well. So, I mean, eventually, I don't know. I'm gonna do a song called Haiti.
Yeah.
It's just, I gotta figure out how to creatively do it first.
Well, we were talking earlier, I'm a public school teacher, and a lot of my families are from Haiti, and I love the culture. I love the people. I think, as a teacher, again, my perspective. Very strong parents.
Right.
Education is first, which as a teacher I can appreciate so much. Hard workers, dedicated. So I found out you were Haitian, not Jamaican. I said, well, where's the Haiti song?
I mean, yeah, it's just a clever. It's actually a clever play on words because the song's not about Jamaica. It's just like a metaphor for how the girl gets you high like Jamaica. So.
I love that, yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, being Haitian, I love it. It's a beautiful culture.
It is.
I love being a part of it. And, the parents are probably so strong because, like, we have to practice resiliency.
Right.
So, definitely. Love being Haitian.
Your birth name is Jude Francois?
Yes.
And you go by Jay Berna?
Yes.
When did you become Jay Berna?
This had to be, like, 9th grade year, maybe 8th grade or 9th grade year. And, it just came from my love of like firearms, and yeah, just being honest, it came from my love of firearms, and it stuck. Burna. Like my peers would call me Jay Berna, and then I started rapping with the name Jay Berna, and it just stuck.
It's catchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jude Francois. I mean, that's romantic.
Thank you.
Yeah, that is.
I am a lover boy. I'm a hopeless romance.
Oh, me too. We were talking about that earlier with my videographer. Yeah, no, for sure. Something I meant to start our interview off like this, so I'm going to backtrack a minute. But I don't know if you remember, but how we met.
Of course I remember.
Okay, so it was summer 2020. It's the height of Black Lives Matter.
Right.
We both were taking part in a peaceful protest.
I agree.
Headed down Broward. Yeah. It's like 1,000,000 degrees outside.
It's hot as hell outside.
Yeah, and we just kind of got in sync, and we were walking together. And I remember you saying, just like, this is very important to me. But you were also saying, how much further are we going? So I got to get back to the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, The fact that like when I went to South Plantation High.
Yes.
So it never really sat with me until it was said to me, like the word plantation. Like
right.
It gets cringe at sometimes, but but then when you actually have to sit down, it's like, oh wow, that really does mean, and it does have like a weird reminiscence.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't even want to get me started on that. Falling up in a long tangent. I've lived all over, but I lived in Virginia for 8 years.
Oh wow.
So that's kind of my formative years, like high school and everything. So when you hear plantation, you only think one thing.
Right.
So when I moved to Florida, I was super against it. Now we have going on no more plantation. But I found it so cool that even though you are this, this artist and you're busy, you still made time for that.
Of course. I mean, I make time for what matters, and that's like definitely something that's important. Like just building awareness, allowing people to understand that equality should be normal and not something you fight for.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely all for fighting for what's right.
Absolutely. And that's why I say, even about myself, like, I don't know much about politics. I'm not like political, but right and wrong. To me, it just seems so easy. It's like,
right. I mean, it really is. But common sense isn't common anymore.
No, it's not, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Now, when I looked you up and everything, and I was going through your YouTube, it seemed you've been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
You're a young man, but you started very young.
Yeah.
You're like a MySpace kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a MySpace kid. That's where it started.
Really? Yeah. That's what, I think on YouTube you have some videos of
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So how embarrassing.
No way. I love that.
I was probably like 10 times smaller. My clothes didn't fit.
No.
Yeah, for me, I love the process because the results are like they're good W's, but they don't last long. It's still like, what's next? Like,
always.
So I always adored the journey. So I'm appreciative of where I came from.
Yeah. Okay. I found this quote, and for some reason, when I saw that you've been doing it for so long, kind of reminded me of you. This is not my own quote. It says, "Self-discipline is the ability to do what you should do when you should do it, whether you feel like it or not."
Agreed.
Is that how you are? I mean.
Yes.
You wake up and some days you must not.
Sometimes it's just like, oh, am I doing this the right way? And then you get a call. It's like, hey, so-and-so just bought so-and-so. And it's just like, oh, back to work. It's just, you have to push yourself because if you don't push yourself, everybody around you is going to be like, all right, he's lackadaisical. We're going to be lackadaisical. And then the whole bridge falls and then nobody eats.
Yeah.
So you definitely have to push yourself, and the further you go, the more disciplined you have to be within your actions. So definitely, I agree.
All right. Yeah, I could tell. I was like, this guy's very disciplined to get this far. And yeah.
It takes a lot of discipline.
Yeah. Now, and not only are you a recording artist, a songwriter, you're working with these huge names, you also have your own independent label.
Yeah, I do.
Black Congress.
Right.
And how did you incorporate that? I mean, so you are promoting yourself? Is that how? I mean, I don't know how the music industry works.
I'm technically signed to myself.
Okay.
I started a publishing company early. When I was a kid, I just wanted to be like a rapper. I was just like, this is what I'm gonna do. So my dad would always say, if you want to do this, you need to learn this whole industry because if you don't, you're easily going to be pushed out as soon as you get in.
Right.
So I would study all this stuff, and I took a liking to like a Puff Daddy, and the Jay-Z's and the Master P's and the J Princes, all these guys that had their own record label, incorporated my own publishing company. I went and incorporated my own label, and I just started putting out music through my own company, and it's been working.
Okay, now again, I might be speaking on things that I don't 100% know or understand, but does this mean? Let's take Kanye, who I know you are a fan of.
Of course.
He's having all these troubles. He's sending out, what did he do? He posted his entire contract on Twitter and everything.
Right.
So by you being independent, will you hopefully avoid something like that? Is that?
Well, yeah.
Or is that different?
No, it's not actually, because he's actually in the space where he signed to 2 different companies. And what he signed, I guess it's a long-term deal. Uh-huh. So there's so many people different. I mean, you have to follow the contracts that you sign. So he wants to get out. I mean, obviously, being a billionaire, you don't want to still be signed to anybody. Right. You really don't need a label at that point. But yeah, it's a different space.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all. So you're your own boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
The freedom.
That is the best. Yeah. That has to be the best feeling.
It is.
Yeah. That's awesome. So, okay, well, now I'm going to ask you some fun questions, just silly things. Speaking of Kanye, what do you think about him running for president, the divorce, little gossipy stuff?
As far as as far as him wanting to be president, I like it because
me too.
Why not?
Why not?
You have this big voice, and why not? I mean, I feel like if you have a dream, chase it. Like if you're passionate about something, make it happen, regardless of if I feel like you're right or wrong. Like if you're passionate about something and you don't chase it, then it's a waste of a dream.
Yeah.
So I adore that move. As far as his divorce, I hate that he has to go through that. He has a beautiful family, so hopefully they work it out. Yeah.
Okay, now I'm sure people would like to know: are you a single gentleman or?
I'm okay. We kicking it.
Yeah.
We're cool.
You know, I asked. This is when I was watching your videos. Jamaica, super sexy. And there were Trina, of course. And then what's your song? Mine.
Mine on mine.
Mine on mine. I watched that video. I loved it.
Right.
And I'm thinking, I'm like, how does he have a girlfriend? Like,
how does
that work?
Oh, these girls in this video.
I know. They're gorgeous. They're half dressed. Like,
I mean, in order to date me, you turn into my assistant. Really. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I'm just so busy with music, and you just automatically become my assistant by dating me, and you just have to understand that this is
part
what
of the
comes
industry.
with it. Yeah, like I'm not a disrespectful person, or so. Yeah, it comes with the world.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that could be a lot for someone, you know.
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah,
it can be. But I make sure that everybody around me is comfortable, especially my significant other.
Right. I hope men follow suit that are listening. Okay, well, I'm going to ask you that in a second. Who do you most like to collaborate with?
Right now,
someone's texting you. Who is it?
T.I.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's my last text message from somebody that we're working. T.I. and Timbaland.
Oh, yeah. A Virginian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm from Virginia.
Right.
So, Missy
Virginia
Elliott,
puts
Timbaland.
out some great music.
Yeah.
I always say that. Pharrell's from there, too.
Yep. He's from Virginia Beach. He's down here. He just opened a hotel.
I think he lives down here, actually.
Oh, yeah. If you go down to Ocean Drive, there's a good chance he'll be walking around. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's been here for a while.
If you weren't a musician, do you have something? Are you a I don't have a plan B type of guy?
Definitely.
You are. So there's no if you're not a musician.
As a kid, I was drawing. What else would I be doing? I still would probably be in music. I'd probably be an executive. I probably would have been playing baseball. I was playing baseball as a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so maybe baseball, or I would have been an executive somewhere.
Yeah. Baseball season just started, actually.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's exciting. Oh, wait. I have to touch on this now. So out of everything I watched on Instagram and the videos of your daughter.
Oh, man.
Your daughter watching you and seeing you on TV for the first time.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Was so beautiful.
Yeah, it was. I cried.
Everyone that watched the video cried.
Yeah. That was definitely a quencher.
So I can't even imagine. Like, my dad is the star, you know? Like,
yeah, she didn't even realize it. She's 6. And she's a very intellectual 6. So for her first time actually she hears the music and it's just like, all right, cool, whatever.
Right.
It's my dad, whatever. He does music, he's a rapper, whatever. But I think her actually seeing me on TV, not YouTube, actual TV
BET,
was just like,
right.
Oh, okay, this is real.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Let's see. What else do I have to? This is a very easy question. If you sing in the shower, what do you sing? Are you singing Jamaica?
Oh man, if I'm singing in the shower, I'm singing some R&B probably.
Yeah.
I'm definitely singing some R&B. I don't know. My go-to song in the shower is definitely Temptations, My Girl.
Oh,
that's so crazy.
That's what I like, is that kind of genre. Yeah. Midnight Train to Georgia is my favorite song.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I got to catch you singing that.
Yeah. No,
well,
you don't.
Not like that, but yeah, you know what I mean.
That's funny. What's the best advice that you've been given?
Best advice is to never give up, to keep going, and consistency always wins.
Consistency
always wins. And Currency, I was on tour with Currency, and I'll never forget last day, and he's just like, yo, don't stop, whatever you do, because this is what's going to pay your bills for the rest of your life. So don't give up. Yeah, it gets dark, but don't give up. So
right. Wow, that's awesome. So I believe there's a light at the end of the tunnel for this quarantine and COVID between people getting vaccinated and everything. Are venues starting to open up? Are you starting to get? Is there any?
I've been getting a lot of virtual offers. So after the project and after my next single, then I'll start taking like shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I just want to have a lot more music in the space of right now for people to listen to in my set.
So because you have another record you're working on, which is, it has a name?
Life of the Party.
Life of the Party.
Yeah.
Okay, so once that's complete is when you're going to.
Yeah.
Do you know when you're gonna put it out?
I'll be right before the summer.
Right. Good.
Okay, so yeah, Life of the Party is produced by L.A. Reid's son, actually.
Wow.
Aaron. And we're gonna put it out possibly in the next few weeks, and then I have an album dropping right before the summer.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Even though I personally think Jamaica is such a summer song. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing. Like, you brought up Timberland. I can remember him from like 1995 summer. Summer songs are special.
Yeah.
And Jamaica has a summer vibe.
It is. It's definitely. It was made for spring and for summer. So like, there's like this surge of like the numbers going right now based off of, because it fits this season right now.
Right.
So I think it's gonna keep growing, and then.
Oh, it's gonna grow.
Yeah. It's doing well. Like, it just hit 1 million streams.
Wow.
It's 2 million on YouTube. Charted at 16 on iTunes pop charts. Over 500 radio spins. So it's doing its thing, and it keeps going up. So I'm grateful.
That's wild.
Yeah.
And I love that you say you're grateful. And I notice I've seen you on other things. You speak things into existence.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, being grateful is like the highest form of like energy. Like, if you're not grateful, then you really miss out on a lot of stuff. Like, so like, I'm grateful for like my present moment, and
Absolutely.
then I speak on what's about to happen. So.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. This is so exciting. Do you have a message for your fans about anything? About
just
you,
stay in tune, man. It's about to get man. It's the things that are about to happen are about to be very fruitful. It's about to be I'm grateful for everybody that's been on the journey with me, and it's about to go up. It's a lot of great things that are on the way. Some announcements, a tour, more music. It's about to be a great space that's going to keep growing. So
yeah, well, that's what hard work and dedication, it pays off.
For sure.
And that's where you're coming to that right now.
Right.
Yeah, so, well, this is so exciting. I want to thank you so much. I actually am thankful for quarantine, because I believe if it weren't for quarantine, you would not be at home right now. You'd be on a world tour. There's no way I could have gotten you. I got very lucky.
I would have been like sunken in LA doing a whole bunch of sessions and on the road. So, yeah, I mean, I'm thankful for quarantine too, because it got me in that mindset of what's happening right now. So,
yeah,
like, outside of the negative things that have happened to families, I'm grateful that it focused my mindset. So.
Right, absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Jay Berna.
Thank you for having me.
This was great.